Okay, a couple hours have gone by. I had to make a trip to the auto parts store to get a easy clamp for the exhaust system. I actually cut the exhaust system instead of trying to fight with old stuff. So she's down on the ground, everything's hooked up, transmission's all buttoned up, drive lines are in, cross members in, linkage is all hooked up. So I think this is a 7-quart transmission. I'm going to put 6 in, and then I'm going to start it up, check it, and we'll add from there. So I'll come back on after I get transmission fluid in. Okay, we got our 6 quarts in. So I am going to, the battery's hooked up now. I'm going to fire this thing off just for a second, and we'll let it run for a minute, just half a minute, and we'll check it again, check the transmission fluid. Let's see what we got here. Uh-oh. Hang on. Dead battery or something. Hang on. Okay. Well, it took almost 9 quarts. So anyhow, there's no leaks, except my darn exhaust leak. I'm going to have to jack this back up and see what happened there. But not one leak down here. And I also got a linkage problem. It's not neutral safety switch or something is not allowing it to start in park. I have to put it in neutral to start it. So those 2 issues, and we'll test drive this thing. Okay. Okay, well, the exhaust leak was a 15-minute fix. I had to break loose the 2 bolts at the manifold. The clamp was a little crooked, so it was leaking at the manifold donut there. I couldn't figure out why this thing isn't starting. Oh, there's starting in park. Hey, how about that? I wiggled some stuff around. Let's see what our mileage is. I don't know if you can read that or not. It says 113,062 miles. Evidently my radio's... Oh. So let's take this for a test drive. Fluids are all checked out. I do not know what that engine light is for. I'll have to check that, but it's got oil, coolant, no leaks in the transmission. 4-wheel drive's in 2-wheel drive. Let's pull it out of the shop here. Well, it appears to be moving in drive. This is a good thing. I'm just going to take it around the front of the property here in case something major goes wrong. It's kind of wondering why that light is on, that dash light, engine light. So, by golly, we are motivating. We have successfully installed a transmission anyway. There's some slippage right there. That's not good. Okay, my linkage is messed up. It's I'm going to need to adjust that linkage because I'm having to put it in between park and reverse to get it to drive. And there's first gear. The linkage is a little bit sloppy. I don't know. There was some things different with this bell housing. I have a couple bolts that just did not line up properly. And so I'm curious as to how this is going to pan out here. I guess we'll just take it for a little drive here and see what happens. I don't have insurance on this thing yet, so I can't go too far. I bought this truck from my neighbor. Her son was in Alaska, and the tranny went out, so paid $1,300 for it. Another $1,000 to get it back down from Alaska. They were in the process of driving it down from Alaska when the tranny went out. There's my neighbor leaving right there. She missed seeing me by 1 minute. I think I'll go chase her down. Appears to be driving okay now. It's shifting in all the gears. That might be second gear. I think that's second gear. It's hard to tell. Might not be able to chase my neighbor down. I might have to go back and mess with this linkage a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn this camera off. At least it drives. Well, I caught up with my neighbor and pulled up alongside her and honked, and she looked over at me and smiled, and then looked back and gave me the thumbs up. Noticed I was driving her son's pickup. So, seems to be shifting good. Driving all right. I'm going to have to look at the manual and find out what that engine light is for. But other than the linkage being off just a little bit, I kind of have to wiggle it in between numbers there to get it to go into like third gear. If I put it in drive, it's basically second gear. So between drive and neutral is third gear. I got to fix that. Other than that, I think I got a good little truck. Got about $3,600 into it. Little 2000 Dodge Quad Cab, four-wheel drive, with 113,000 miles on it, and a new tranny in it. So, man, a little happy right now. Took a few months to get the money together to get the tranny done. Saved a bunch by putting it in myself. Bought the tranny online, off eBay, at a professional transmission shop for $1,300 delivered. 1 year unlimited mile warranty. Parts and labor. So, I'm happy. Alright, well, this about wraps it up. I'm going to call my insurance agent. Tell him to add her to the policy. I think it's time for a beer. Yeehaw.